Welcome to another week of the Mike Leaf Show here on the Warrior Sports Network, joined by Winona State head men's basketball coach Mike Leaf. And Coach, conference play started on Saturday, a game at Upper Iowa, a big win for the Warriors, and a game where offensively you really saw what this team is capable of.
Yeah, especially in that first half, but even the overall game, the movement of the basketball, really good cuts, better reads, and we got some nice shots up. I say be patient, take the open shot. And we had that patience, and we were knocking them down.
Shot over 50% on the game. And more importantly, maybe, shot over 60% from behind the three-point line. Nick Arns came off the bench, went 3 for 3 from behind the three-point line. Josh Mongan did the same thing. He was 3 for 3. So a game where finally it really seemed like you got some shots to fall.
Absolutely. And it's a great start for the conference season, being on the road and going somewhere in Upper Iowa where they have a new coaching staff. But it was you're getting guys coming off the bench that you need to have that spark, and they were able to do that right away. And the guys out there on the floor, I think there's been some adjustments, in the role playing when people do come off the bench. So when a Josh Mongan comes in, he handles the ball a little bit more, and if he's in there with Taylor Cameron, he gives him a spell from having to bring it up one-on-one. So definitely some good things happen.
How significant, obviously you want to go out and it's great to get a win, to get out on the right foot, but how significant is it to go on the road, a team that's playing a lot of young players, and to get a big road victory to start the conference schedule? How significant is that for your team?
Yeah, well, it's with basketball on the road is a little different. If you want to compare it like to football, you still have the crowds and things, but they seem to be right on top of you. And if you go into a team that they're real boisterous in that, it does make a difference. So you really have to have that focus, and that's what I saw out of our team. They did have the focus, and where we might have made a mistake, and we picked up from there and just moved on, and that's something that we've been preaching. And one other thing with that is, we saw an extensive full court press that we hadn't seen in a while, and we were able to handle that, and then saw a little bit more zone. So we were able to tackle some of the things that we're going to see down the line, and to see that in that first game and be able to overcome some of those differences, then that's a great sign.
You mentioned Upper Iowa has a new coaching staff, a new offensive philosophy. They're looking to really run and gun and get shots out quickly. A game where that then lends itself to you guys running and gunning a little bit on the other side as well. To get so many possessions and get so much movement in the first game, does that help you going forward? Everybody is now really, really in the flow of things, and does that serve well this coming weekend?
Yeah, I think, it doesn't. It's one of those things where you get caught up in the running game, and now in the offensive end you get some shots that appear to be really great shots, but they're quick. And so if you miss a couple of them, that's what the full court press you want to have happen, play out of your comfort zone. So we've got to know when, what's a great shot, a layup or a dunk. That's the best shot, and not to force anything from the outside because of what the defense wants you to do. So we're, there's that happy medium, and if you're going to flow, great. If not, back it out a little bit and have some patience, because when a team's playing full court press and then has to go back and play 30 seconds of defense, it takes its toll on them as well. So yes, it's going to help us down the line, and especially this weekend. 4
players in double figures for the Warriors on Saturday, led by Riley Bambanek, who had 18. A guy who's been getting some really good looks at the basket all year, but hasn't been able to knock him down. He did that on Saturday.
Yeah, you see him in practice, and he's been getting better and better at it, and it's one of those things where he works so hard. I mean, he's in the gym outside of practice time on his own and working on his shot. But he's good at it, and it's clicking, and you can just kind of see that happening. And to see him knock those down, he's explosive. He can take it to the basket, uses both hands, hits the jumper, hits the three. I mean, he's an all-around great player at a very young age, but it certainly bolsters the momentum and the energy out of the rest of the players.
Well, it was a great way to start on Saturday. Warriors 1-0 in the conference after their win at Upper Iowa. We'll be back later this week. A little more from Coach Leaf as we look forward to another weekend on the road in the NSIC.